My name is Hazel Fricky. I work for JDCF, and we are sweep netting to see what insects live in this prairie. I went to primary school, and it was like an all-girls primary school. You know, it's not acceptable for girls to be into bugs and stuff, so that kind of got beaten out of me. I took an entomology course in college and just fell in love with it again.
Oh, what were those? Were those cantharids?
Those little lines.
The little lines on the back? Those are just a color pattern.
No, the ones at the front.
On his eyes?
On his eyes?
No, on the
arms.
Oh, on the arm? These little things right here?
Yeah.
Those are his feet.
Why do they have like little claw looking things?
They do have two little claws on each foot, but they can't really hurt you.
This is a katydid. I did sweep netting, and there are lots of them around there.
Probably like anatomy in like terms of like all different animals. I really like looking at animals and just like, you know, seeing like how they work, you know, what stuff does what, and like.
We usually talk about different things that are going on in the local area. That gets their attention pretty well, and so we try to come up with different things for them to do that are related to local problems.
I took Bio 1 last year, and it was a great class. She was a great teacher.
So we have been looking into different pollutants to area creeks. Our big goal this year is going to be to start looking into whether there are, like microplastics is a big thing now, and whether those are inside of our water system in our local area, which would be very important for us to know about. These are some of my students.
And I like Miss Bradbury's class because we get to do a bunch of cool and interesting stuff where we learn about protecting the environment and conservation.
I took one of her ecology classes last year. It really opened my mind to a lot of different things in the environment and world.
I took her class freshman year, and I've just been sticking with it since then. I took anatomy and physiology last year, and it was really cool to learn a lot of new stuff.
We are really excited about the new direction of the education program with JDCF to connect the next generation of stewards with the natural places by really getting into the schools, by connecting with the elementary school kids and working with their teachers to align our curriculum with the field experiences out on our sites, and working with teachers like Miss Bradbury at the high school level, as well as partnering with 4-H, FFA, and at the elementary school level.
You're welcome.
So this is kind of unusual to have a white oak of this size.
Isn't that a cool plant?
Today, that's not the case near as much, and kids just aren't getting out, getting that exposure, gaining the appreciation. You just, without feeling, seeing, and touching out in the wild, it's really hard off of a computer monitor screen to gain that appreciation and really understand.
It's a scavenger hunt. So you find the things that it says, and then when you do it, you mark the squares. I found a grasshopper and an ant and a daddy longlegs, and a tree with smooth bark, and an evergreen tree. Yeah, we found 3 things.
What did you find?
A jumping insect, a tree with opposite branching, and an alternate branch.
Me and my wife both believe that, you know, it's really important for our children to understand the natural world around them and then to respect it and treat it well. And then also to be stewards.
So we're currently standing on a less hill prairie overlooking the Mississippi River, which you can see the valley for Portage Preserve. We've got 2 separate ridge lines that contain effigy and burial mounds. The very first time we reintroduced fire to this ridgeline that's directly in front of me, I felt connected to the landscape we were putting the fire on and the generations that came before us that used to steward the landscape in exactly the same way. Learning from the members of the tribal nations has helped me to become a better steward.
The connectivity I've had to nature has made me who I am and facilitated so much confidence and independence.
We saw one butterfly, but it was too small to fit in our net.
And made me a free thinker and made me learn with my hands. You get a lot of pride in your community and the world you live in when you're able to touch it and feel it and explore it.
I am Nathaniel Bussin.
I went to their Camp Casper, their meteor shower, and now I'm doing this thing. It's pretty fun, and you get to do stuff outside instead of being inside all day.
My message to the older generation, I think I would first have to start with a thank you. And I hope that you all can feel hope and inspired by the younger people and the way that they are connecting with the land. I think getting access to these really special places that I wouldn't have been able to find if I wasn't working on them. I would never have known that this specific spot existed. So just a big thank you to the organization and all of the donors and volunteers that make it possible for myself and my coworkers to do this work that we love to do and to help us really be great stewards of this land.